book without pictures or conversation.
If you don't like it, find some other way to amuse yourself.
I wonder if the pleasure of making a daisy chain would be worth the trouble of getting up and making daisies.
Oh dear! Oh dear! I shall be late!
How curious! I've never before seen a rabbit with a waistcoat pocket or a watch to take out of it.
Oh, my ears and whiskers! How late it's getting!
I never knew rabbit holes went so far down. I thought I was going to come out on the other side of the world. Locked. Where's the key? This must belong to this one. How lovely it looks on the other side. How nice it would be to get out of this dark hall and wander among the flowers and the fountains. If only I could fit through the door. I suppose even if my head would go through, it would be of very little use without my shoulders. How I wish I could shut up like a little telescope. I think I could, if only I knew how to begin. Drink me? No. I'll see if it's marked poison first. For I know that if a bottle is marked poison, it's sure to disagree with you, sooner or later. Oh, it's sort of a mixed flavor. Apple pie, oranges, hot buttered toast, and roast turkey. Curiouser. I'm opening out like the largest telescope that ever was. Oh, this is no good. I'm never going to fit through the door at this rate.
Oh, the Duchess! The Duchess! Oh, won't you be savage if I kept her waiting?
If you please, sir. Must stop crying. You're getting the floor all wet. How am I ever going to get out of here? I'm sure that wasn't there before. Eat me? Well, I'll eat it. The bottle may be larger, so perhaps the cake will make me smaller. And square today. Is that a walrus? Or a hippopotamus? Oh no, it's only a mouse. I'd almost forgotten how small I am now. Mouse, do you know the way out of this pool? I'm quite tired of swimming about here. Perhaps it doesn't understand English. I dare say it's a French mouse, coming with William the Conqueror. What French do I know? Oui, ma chatte? I beg your pardon. I quite forgot you didn't like cats.
Not like cats. Would you like cats if you were me?
Well, I suppose not. But don't be angry about it. But I do wish you could meet my cat Dinah. She's such a capital one for catching rats and mice. Oh, I'm sorry. I won't talk about cats anymore if you don't want to.
Indeed, as if I would talk on such a subject. My family always hated cats, nasty little vulgar things. I don't speak of them again.
I won't. Are you fond of dogs? Oh, I'm sorry. We won't talk about dogs either.
Let us go to the shore, and I'll tell you my story, and then you'll know why I hate cats and dogs.
I'm fucking! My hand is burned!
It's just water off my back.
Get the towels then! That's not going to work!
Silence on you! Sit down. I will tell you the driest thing I know. William the Conqueror, whose cause was favored by the Pope, was soon submitted to by the English, who had been of late much accustomed to usurpation and conquest. Edwin and Morcar, the Earls of Mercia and Northumbria, soon declared for him. And even Stigand, the patriotic Archbishop of Canterbury, found it advisable.
Found what?
It. Of course you know what it means.
I know what it means well enough. Generally, when I find a thing, it is a frog or a worm. But the question is, what did the Archbishop find?
He found it advisable to go with Edgar Atheling to meet William and offer him the crown. But William's conduct at first was moderate, but the insolence of his Normans. How are you getting on now, my dear?
As wet as ever. It doesn't seem to dry me at all.
In that case, I move that the meeting adjourned for the immediate adoption of more energetic remedies.
Speak English! I don't know the meaning of half those long words, and, what's more, I don't believe you do either.
What I was going to say was that the best thing to get us all dry would be a compass race.
What's a compass race?
Why, the best way to explain it is to do it. Get up. Everybody up. Now, the exact shape of the race course doesn't matter. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Thank you. Now, you stand over here, stand down there. That's right. And you go here, and you can down there. Off you go. Over here. Just that's right. Very good. And you. Right, now, just run when you like. There's no hurry.
How long have we been running?
About half an hour.
The race
everybody has won, and all must have prizes.
But who is to give the prizes?
Why, she, of course. Hurry up now. Make sure there's some left for me.
But she must have a prize herself, you know.
Of course. What else have you got in your pockets?
Only a thimble.
I don't know. We beg your acceptance of this elegant.
Tell us another story, Mouse.
Yes, please do. You promised me you'd go into history, you know, and mine is D.
But mine is a long and sad tale.
It's long to be certain, but why is it sad?
You insult me with such nonsense!
Oh, I'm sorry, but you're so easily offended. Please come back and tell your story.
What a pity it won't stay.
I wish I had Dinah here. She'd soon fetch her back.
And who is Dinah, if I may venture to ask a question?
Dinah's my cat, and she's such a capital one for catching mice, you can't think. And you should see her after the birds. Why, she'll be a little bird as soon as she looks at it.
I really must be getting home. Then I get doesn't still wait froze.
Come away, my dear! It's high time we were all in bed.
I'm a bird.
I do wish I hadn't mentioned Dinah. She's such a wonderful, quiet thing, and I'm sure she's the best cat in the entire world. Dinah, I wonder if I shall ever see you again.
Oh, the Duchess! The Duchess! Oh, my dear paws! Oh, my furry whiskers! She'll get me executed! Sure as ferrets are ferrets! Now, where can I drop them, I wonder? Why, Marianne! What are you doing out here? Run out this moment and fetch me a pair of gloves and a fan! Quick now!
He mistook me for his housemate. How surprised he'll be when he finds out who I really am. But I better get him his bathing clothes. That is, if I can find them. Something interesting always happens when I eat or drink something, so I'll just drink it. I won't drink anymore. As it is, I can't fit through the door.
take away, now! Sure, don't like it, Your Honor. At all. Do as I say, you coward! All right. Stand back, Your Honor. Right. Easy does it now. Oh, kidneys.
I wonder what they will do next. As for pulling me out the window, I only wish they could. I'm sure I don't want to be in here any longer.
Where's the ladders? Here, come on. Put them up at that corner.
Time together first. Yeah. Give us time to get
Reach that high enough.
Ah, they'll do well enough. Don't be particular.
Hold this rope. Yeah.
Who's to go down the chimney?
No, I shan't. You do it.
How about both then?
Bill's to go down.
Bill, what does it do if we got the chimney?
We're right behind you.
It seems to put everything upon Bill. I would be in his place for a good deal. This chimney is narrow, but I think I can get a little.
There goes Bill. That's him, you're right.
What'd you say now?
We're to set up.
Brandy.
That's right.
But don't choke it.
How was it, old fella?
What happened to you?
I'm better now. I'm dealing with what I tell you. All I know is something comes from me, like a jack in the box.
Jack in the box?
Like a skyrocket.
Skyrocket. Oh, that you did, old fellow. We must burn the house down. Burn it!
Feels all set done on you. Wonder what Bill'll do next. I must get smaller. There was a 8% wall. If I can get at it, it must make me shrink. It can't make me bigger. The first thing I've got to do is to get to my right size again. And the second is to get into that lovely garden. How is that to be managed? I suppose I ought to eat or drink something. The great question is, what? Who are you? I'm afraid I don't know, ma'am. Just at present. At least, I knew who I was when I woke up this morning. But I think I've changed several times since then.
What do you mean by that? Explain yourself.
I'm afraid I can't explain myself, ma'am. Or I don't understand it myself.
I don't see what you mean.
Well, perhaps when you change into a chrysalis, and then after that into a butterfly, you'll understand the shrinking and growing. I should think, and I'm sure you'll find it very confusing.
Not a bit.
Well, perhaps the feelings may change. All I know is it would feel very queer to me.
You? Who are you?
I think you ought to tell me who you are first.
Keep your temper.
Is that all?
No. So you think you're changed, do you?
I'm afraid I am, ma'am. I can't remember the things I used. And I haven't kept the same size for 10 minutes together.
Can't remember what things?
Well, I tried to recite how doth the little busy eat, but it all came out different.
Repeat, you are old, Father William.
You are old, Father William, the young man said, and your hair has become very white. And yet you incessantly stand on your head. Do you think at your age it is right? In my youth, Father William replied to his son, I feared it might injure the brain. But now that I'm perfectly sure I have none, I do it again and again.
That is not said right.
Not quite right, I'm afraid. The words have all become different.
It was wrong from beginning to end. What size do you want to be?
Well, I'm not particular as to size. Only one doesn't like changing so often, you know.
I don't. Are you content now?
Well, I'd like to be a little larger, ma'am, if you don't mind. 3 inches is such a wretched height to be.
It is a very good height indeed.
But I'm not used to it. I wish the creature wouldn't be so easily offended.
You'll get used to it in time. One side will make you grow taller, and the other side will make you grow shorter.
One side of what? The other side of what?
Of the mushroom.
It's perfectly round. How am I to know which side is which? Now, which is which? There. There's one part of my plan done now. Now all I have to do is get into the garden. Is that a house? Oh, maybe I should stop there and ask for directions.
For the Duchess, an invitation from the Queen to play croquet.
From the Queen, an invitation to the Duchess to play croquet.
decidedly uncivil how she stares at the sky like that. But perhaps she can't help it. Her eyes are so nearly